This is what people don't understand. It's not about gun control, drug control, which is street drugs and prescription drugs, and whatever else. It's about people control. See, if they was up for only what they say they were for, and the laws are for gun control, drug control, and whatever else they want to control, things, they say we want to control things. Well, are we things? Because they're controlling us with those laws. We want to control things. Monsters are things. Monsters are its. Animals are its. Things. We're not things. We don't belong to you as a thing. I don't have a contract giving you slave control over me. So, if their laws are for gun control, drug control, mental illness control, and all of that, those are things. Now, if they changed it and said, well, we got to have it as people control. So we're going to control the people under the laws we create to go after guns, drugs, and all that. Then they can imprison us. Then they can put us in jail. Arrest us. But if they're out to control the drugs, the guns, well, they're to come get the drugs or guns and or get the drugs and or guns and leave you to where you are. If you resist, well, then there's a law that says, well, if you resist and and you don't let us take what we want, give us what we want, then we're going to arrest you. But still, you're not free. You're not free to have things without somebody else saying, I'll make that thing illegal, and then I'm coming after you. You're not free. And they're not coming after just the thing, they're coming after you too. It's people control. They're controlling people who has things. And until people get this straight and start asking the judge what, how it works like this, when they say they're after guns and drugs, but they're going after people who has them. It doesn't state in there that they're going after the people that has them. They're going after the drugs and guns, and then they're just arresting you in the process as extra icing on the cake to make more money. Because if they came after the drugs and guns and got rid of them and destroyed them, they're not making any money. The jails ain't getting any money from the government to house you. $500 to maybe $1,000 or $2,000 a day. They can feed you royally per person. Same thing in the jails. It's probably $500 a person now the jail gets to house. One day, a few hours. You're in and out. Once they booked you in, they get that money. You got booked in. And then they charge you too. They're double dipping. They're their money. They don't want you to know any of this. That's why they call it the jail and prison industrial complex. That's controlled by the military industrial complex. That's actually controlled by Trump, the commander-in-chief of the military. And he can stop it all like that. And he won't. Because he's not for us free to be free. He's not for 1776. There was no police from 1776 all the way till after 1835. None. Because they didn't want police. They didn't want guards. They didn't want soldiers that controls the people with. Cops are soldiers. They hire soldiers and Marines and they're giving Army war weapons, AR-15s. They have a war weapon. They're at war with the people who has the things they say is illegal. Just like they go overseas and at war with people who has bombs, nukes, uranium. We gotta protect everybody else, but we're gonna blow all them up with innocent people, children and babies and pregnant women, just to somehow get a hold of that or destroy it. That's not how it's supposed to work. No women, no children. The government don't care. The police don't care. They'll kill women and children. Pregnant, not whatever. They're soldiers. This is what they do. When you see them pointing guns, it's the same thing as outside this country. They're pointing guns and throwing things that go boom or bang, like they're at war. And y'all don't want to see it. You're blind right here. You're blind right here. You don't want to see it. You just want to be all, and I'm going to make fun of him because I'm a statist. I'm against freedom. I'm anti-freedom. Democratic statism, that's what I'm for. I'm for the Republic. The Republic and the forefathers of this country said democracy is a danger because it's about majority rules. That's what they fought to get away from, a majority rules thing. And y'all don't want to see it. They told us in school what they did, how they were, and how there was a warrant out for their arrest. They were criminals. Just like if me, who wants to be like them, and anybody else, if I was to join them, and we went out and did what we did, be seen as criminals even by the people that is for the forefathers, who did the exact same thing. Went out and shot cops, smoked weed, drank alcohol. They brought weed over here. The forefathers brought weed over here. It never was in this country. Indians smoked peyote, cactus. And if they found something else to get high off of, they did that too. They would have got high off marijuana if it was here to begin with. Instead of brought over here. But y'all don't want to understand none of that. You just want to think, oh, no, it could have. No, why do you think they went to war? Why do you think the Britons finally came after them in 1776? Because they were shooting at them and disobeying and being rebels, being dissidents, not being obedient, a good little slave, chained to liberty. You get permissions and we get to control you. That's what liberty is under democracy. That's why they say liberty instead of freedom. On the sea, you have liberty. So when he said, give me liberty or give me death, he was talking about on the sea. Give me liberty to be able to do what I want on the sea. On the land, it's freedom. You're supposed to be free to do whatever you want. No other man or group of men has the right, or civilians, citizens, people amongst you has the right to create a group and then says, oh, this group, because I can't, but I can get these people who couldn't before, all of a sudden magically can come. Because a group of people that they so really associated with them said, yes, you can exist, you can create this, because they wanted to do that, and yeah, let's get under that. They'll protect us, keep us safe. You lost your freedoms for safety. under political safety. Yeah. Under the disguise of peace. Peaceful political slavery. It's all a disguise. It's all just a fraud. If there was no money involved, and these cops couldn't make any extra money outside their paycheck, which is a felony, but y'all ain't gonna complain and to the judges and the city council and the Congress. And what's this law? Why does this still exist if you're not following it? You created it. Does not have all this happening because they get money. They're corrupt. Every one of them. Trump, all of them. Corrupt. If I would have been in there, the drug war would have been ended. The going against the guns, that would have been ended. Then there's no drugs and guns together, felony and make money. You didn't create a victim. You just got these two together. We caught you. You didn't hurt no one. You didn't murder no one. You didn't bother anyone. Is that what you want? They make something you got illegal and you don't know it, and all of a sudden they're there knowing because somebody else told on you, and then all of a sudden you're going to prison, going through court and going to prison, and you didn't bother anyone. Your thing that you owned didn't hurt anyone, didn't bother anyone, didn't make anybody sick on its own. Oh, but we are after things. That's what the sheriff of Texas said, an old man, before Greg Abbott said, no, we're going to send that to Congress and they can rewrite it, but we're not banning THC in this state. Because they're making money off of those fake, genetically altered weed. That will hurt you in the long run. It's not natural. It's tampered with. So you all take care. Bye.